Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iron. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Well, the weather outside is blustery and cold, but we've got a warm, toasty one inside set up for you today from Glen High School, a ranked matchup in Division B basketball. Number 1, Wilton-Wing in town to take on the homestanding Glen Ullin-Hebron Bearcats. Wilton-Wing 10-0 in the season. Glen, Ullin-Hebron 9-1 on the campaign. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Todd Domrey's alongside Cole Higlin. Hi again, basketball fans. Valvoline Instant Oil Change brings this pregame. Timely services that don't slow you down. 15 minutes or less in their Minot and Bismarck locations. Find them online at VIOC.com. Wilton-Wing unblemished on the campaign, been playing very well, getting kind of their nucleus back, and a strong nucleus back from a year ago. And I'd say the same thing for Glen, Ullin-Hebron Bearcats, as started the season 9-0, lost to Lemon in their last contest. A good nucleus back for them. And I guess where I want to start with this one, Cole, is two teams last year that probably didn't end the season the way they wanted to. Glen, Ullin-Hebron didn't even get out of the districts. And Wilton-Wing, after winning in the opening round in thrilling fashion in the regionals, lost 2 straight and didn't get a chance to get to a State B tournament. So I'd say two teams, and you know as well as anybody that when you have losses like that to end one season, it kind of fuels you the next season.
Well, absolutely. As you know, it's only a short high school season and a career that you have, but for the Wilton Miners, they are a perimeter shooting team. They live and die by that three at times, and sometimes when the shots aren't falling, they got to find that extra source. And so that's going to be the key for them here tonight, is to be able to knock down those perimeter jump shots, but when it's not falling at times, find other ways to score, whether that's pick and roll, getting to the rim, but you see majority of their shots are from perimeter.
Yeah, and the pace is going to be an interesting one for me here today. I think Wilton-Wing, we know how they like to play. 32 minutes, and they're going to fire you up, and they'll press you, and they will want to run and gun and play at a high pace, shoot a bunch of threes. Glen, Ullin-Hebron, they like to run as well, but they have to be opportunistic about that today. So I think that's going to be one of those things that'll be important for both these teams, is what pace and whose style dominates the action today. All right, fans, our pregame show rolls on. We'll come back and dig into that Class B, Division B boys basketball poll. Look at the standings here in District 7, District 8 in Region 4. And we get you set for tip-off today. Should be a good one. The Miners and the Bearcats. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Had your back, or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Good to have John Samuelson producing, run the cameras for us today on the PSP Network, alongside Cole Higlin, Todd Domrey's, as we're back in the crow's nest, the friendly confines of Glen Ellyn High School. Thanks to Todd Hetler and the team for inviting us out today to Glen Ellyn and paving the way and rolling out the red carpet for us as we get set for Wilton-Wing and Glen Ullin-Hebron. Undefeated Wilton-Wing number 1 and Glen Ullin-Hebron number 7, and that's a perfect segue right into this latest Division B Boys Top 10 poll, brought to you by the North Dakota Associated Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association. And Wilton-Wing, as mentioned, number 1. Ryan right behind him. North Border, Hankinson, our Redeemers, your top 5. Glen Ullin, as you see, checks in at number 7. And another area team, Washburn, receiving votes. We just had them the other night. Picked up their second loss of the season as they were knocked off by Central McLean. So number 1, Wilton-Wing, and number 7, Glen Ullin-Hebron. Glen Ullin-Hebron, this poll came out on Monday of this week, so that same night they lost to Lemon, South Dakota, their first loss of the season. A slugfest game. It was like 46-43. And one of them that's they couldn't throw it in the ocean, apparently, for the Bearcats just the other night. And we mentioned those standings, and here they are, brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. Not a lot of games under these teams' belt in both District 7 and District 8. Bowman County, Flasher, Glen Ullin-Hebron, and South Hart undefeated in District 7. And in District 8 play so far, Wilton-Wing, Garrison, Central McLean are your 3 undefeateds. And that's important because you know when you get to District 7 and District 8, that's a gauntlet, and these teams will all advance to the Region 4 tournament at St. Mary's if they get through the district. So seeding and all that is paramount as we get closer and closer to tournament time and March Madness here. Again, thanks to Trusted Tire and Auto for bringing you those standings, and also the poll, as mentioned, brought to you by Ackerman S-Bold. All right, fans, let's while the teams are on the court, let's go roll right into our player profiles today. Brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Call Dylan today, 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is performing at the top of its game. Upgrades and all of your furnace and AC needs, again, call Dylan, 222-2155. All right, Cole, let's talk about the sniper for Wilton-Wing, Hunter Wolf, the 5'10 senior guard. Boy, this guy, about 100 made threes the last 2 seasons now, 68 of them last year, and again this year, shooting a nice 52% from downtown.
Well, you hear the Wolf name, you think of Wing, and you think of shooters, right?
Yep.
We were talking about the other night, Ozzie, and now we got the Wolves. We saw the older uncles are sitting out in the stands here, going to cheer him on tonight. But no, he's been around so long. Hunter Wolf, just each year is getting more and more confidence. And I remember when he first started out, obviously a little frail frame to him. Now he's filled out a little bit. He's got a little more confidence. He knows how to play with it himself. And he's got that, I don't want to use the word cockiness, but that attitude that if he misses a shot, he's going to make 3 more.
Yep.
And I think that's the biggest issue with this age. You know, when you miss a few shots in a tight game, you're number 1 team in the state right now in your Division B. You miss a shot, unfortunately, you're going to start falling next. And that's what I like about his game this year is that he's really got that confidence where he's not afraid if he misses 1 or 2 here and there.
Yeah, and he is a kid that had a nice season last year, but, man, he is having a great season this year for the Wilton-Wing Miners, averaging 21.8 points per game to lead Wilton-Wing, the number 1 team in the state. So our player profiles, again, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. And looks like Glen Ullin-Hebron is going to exit stage left, so we'll get our Bearcat one when they come back out on the court. That's how it grows sometimes. We just adapt and we adjust. All right, fans, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We know you're busy. 15-minute or less oil changes in locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Wilton-Wing in Glen Ullin to take on the Bearcats. More after this break as the band is thumping here in Glen Ullin.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman-Estfold.
Now, fans, there you get a look at not quite Main Streets in Glen Ullin. In a second here, we're going to turn it and move over to Main Street in the great city that was founded in 1883 in Morton County along the Northern Pacific Railway. 2020 census, 732 fine folks living in Glen Ullin. There's Main Street. And when this was founded back in 1883, the town was built mostly by folks of German-Russian descent. Is that any surprise to anybody right there?
Not a little bit, but you know, you took one for the team. It's minus 28 degrees outside, and you had your hat outside the window filming.
There we go. There's a look at Glen Ullin today as we rolled into town with the PSP team. Todd Armory's Cole Higlin back in the Crow's Nest as we get set for the Miners and the Bearcats today. And while we have a second, this week, what a schedule we had on the PSP network this week. 21 total games of basketball this week. You got Wilton-Wing and Glen Ullin-Hebron, of course, in progress. It was an earlier start today. Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood at DLB. Been a big schedule next week for you on the PSP network. Be sure to like and follow us on our social media platforms of Facebook and Twitter, and also Instagram, and like and follow and subscribe us on the YouTube platform as well so you know when we're going live. All right, fans, let's talk about our player profile today for the Glen Ullin-Hebron Bearcats. Again, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Another choice to seal your heating and air game. Call Dylan today, 222-2155 for your furnace and AC needs. Again, call Dylan, 222-2155. Let's talk about the big guy, Riley Schneider. 6'3" senior, 11.8 points a game, 8.1 rebounds, shooting a nice 56% from the field. And he's that guy that you call him a Swiss Army knife. He provides whatever the team needs on a nightly basis. So that's what it looks like to me for Glen Ullin.
Well, he's just that Mr. Fundamental, right? He doesn't turn it over, takes care of the ball, scores inside, scores out. And, you know, just averaging 11.8 points a game demonstrates that they're averaging 65 points a game. Means he distributes the ball. And sometimes you get that little leadership where they want to shoot a little bit more than others. He's willing to distribute the ball to kind of help Glen Ullin Hebron get that opportunity to be more successful. And so when you're unselfish like that, the stats don't always show exactly what's going on in the game here and there. And sometimes those unsung heroes don't get recognized. But still, again, averaging almost 12 here a game, 8 rebounds. Doesn't shoot the 3 that often, but when the opportunity's there, he's hit 2 this year so far. But overall, he's just doing a great job as far as being senior leadership. And talking to Coach Schaff, or excuse me, I lost my breath for a second there. Coach Schatz for a second before the game. Obviously, we were talking about Riley Schneider, but he said Dalton Schneider is coming back today. He's been playing 3 games into the year. Had a knee injury that he's been out for a majority of the year. Has not had surgery. Sounds like that surgery is going to happen after the season. A little bit of gain shape is what I've been hearing is the difficult part right now. And I know, as we all know, when you have an injury, is that mental part of the game, trying to get over that and just knowing that your knee's not going to be stable at times. So it'll be interesting to see how much Dalton gets to play here tonight, too. Which should be a great ball game. Yeah,
there's the Schneider boys. Riley is our player profile today. You're going to get a look at Dalton as well. And Cole, let's bring it into the broadcast booth today. Look at the friendly confines here of the Crow's Nest.
We are way up here.
We are way up here. It's nice and warm and toasty as well. So one thing I want to ask you about, you get a high-profile matchup like this, non-conference, because these teams aren't in the same division, or district, I beg your pardon. They're in the same region. How much stock do you put on an early season game like this as a coach? Is it a barometer for your team? Is it a great chance to kind of flex your muscles? I guess, what is it?
Well, I think for Wilton-Wing is the opportunity to be able to maybe run a little bit things different that you wouldn't do normally against your district teams. And then on the other side of the court, when I'm thinking Glen Ullin-Hebron, I want to see how I measure up against the #1 team in state. And I want to know what it takes to get there. Is do we have the effort? Do we have the shooting? Do we defend? Do we rebound? Can we match up 5 for 5? And what can our bench do? That's going to be the key, I think, for both teams is when they're down a little bit, which bench player is going to come off and succeed.
That should be a great atmosphere. Should be a great contest today from Glen Ullin. We'll come back and give you our keys to the game. We'll have the national anthem, the starting lineups, and we're tipping this baby off very shortly here. Going to be an early start today, a couple minutes early on the PSP network. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this time out. Stay in your car, no appointment needed. Drive-through oil change locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find us online at VIOC.com. Pregame rolls on after this break on the PSP Network.
Why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
John Samuelson, Todd Domrys, Cole Higlin back at Glen High School as we get set for Wilton-Wing and Glen Ullin-Hebron. And it's time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Again, call Dylan, 222-2155 for all your installation, upgrade, furnace, and AC needs. Make sure your furnace is performing at the top of its game. Call Dylan, 222-2155. Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game look like this. First off for Glen Ullin-Hebron, for Wilton-Wing. Hey, they're undersized most nights. Obviously, you get Will Berquist that grew a bunch of inches over the summer, but he had some length and athleticism. But you got to rebound, and then you got to go if you're the Wilton-Wing Miners today.
Well, and that's for Wilton-Wing. All 5 kids can bring that ball up the court if they have to. So it's rebound by committee. All 5 got to go to the boards, and then when they got it secured, they go. Don't worry about trying to get to a certain individual. Get it outlet quick and run. And
for Glen Ullin-Hebron, pace of play. That is going to be a key today. They do not want to get into a track meet today with Wilton-Wing. Now, that said, Glen Ullin-Hebron will run when the opportunity is there, but they do not want this to be a 94-foot game.
Well, and talking before the game a little bit, if a shot clock wasn't into play, I think they'd like that to their advantage, to maybe hold the ball and run it down. But like you said, when the opportunity presents itself, they're going to get out and run. They want to get those easy buckets off their defense. They want to turn people over. At the same time, though, when the half-court offense gets ran, they want to run it down to about 10 seconds before they get to the final shot.
Thanks again to Northern Plains Heating and Air for bringing you our keys to the game today. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. We're getting set for the national anthem. Looks like they're coming out to center court. And we have a group of Glen Ullin-Hebron Bearcats singing our anthem today. A lot of history between these, or history for these clubs, as we're going to run through the All-Staters from Glen Ullin-Hebron and Wilton-Wing in a second. That's like a who's who of Class B basketball.
Well, we were looking out at the hallway, too, all their senior pictures.
we saw Doug Gerving and Corey Wilhelm. Those jumped out at us.
Had a nice mullet going.
Yeah, you mentioned the All-Staters that Glen Ullin-Hebron has run out there. Dave Fitterer, Kevin Gerving, Corey Wilhelm, Doug Gerving, Jason Swartz, Chris Gerving, Corey Bittner, Mr. Basketball finalist Jesse Voth, Jaden Voth, and he was also a Mr. Basketball finalist, along with Corey Bittner. So, yeah. All right, fans, like we like to do on the PSP Network, it's time to honor America and our great nation and our flag with the singing of our national anthem today. Yeah, well done.
It's one of the hardest songs to sing, and then it's just nice to see those high school kids got to bring that back.
Dang right. Well done, Glen Ullin-Hebron. Now they're going to announce the cheerleaders. Those All-Staters from Glen Ullin-Hebron. How about these Wilton-Wing minor All-Staters? Raylan Lang, Dylan Spitzer, Darren Spitzer, David Clausen, Scott Wolf, the now head coach for the minors, was a first-team All-Stater back in 2001, and none other than Darryl Oswald, the second-team All-Stater back in 1987. Long history of good basketball from these two communities. All right, it's time now for the starting lineups. We mentioned Scott Wolf, the fourth-year head coach. Here's his starting five. Hunter Wolf, our player profile today, is a 5'10 senior guard. Joined in that backcourt by Braden Wallace, the 6'3 senior. I'm going to say four guards and Berquist tonight. Dante Fetzer is playing well, the 5'10 senior. And here's your center, Will Berquist, the lanky 6'5 junior. And Tegan Ersley, man, this guy, he distributes the basketball. Led the state in assists a year ago, did Tegan Ersley, the 5'11 junior, and he's up over 7 assists again this year. There's your starting five for Glen Ullin-Hebron, for Wilton-Wing. 3 seniors and a junior, 2 juniors in that starting five. All right, here's your starting five for Glen Ullin-Hebron. 5'10 junior Ryan Schneider. The other guard in the lineup is the 6' junior Jackson Roll. 26 made threes in the season for Jackson. And the junior in the lineup is Jackson Vogley, the 6' junior. The other forward is Malachi Peltz, another 6' junior, and the big guy in the middle for Glen Ullin-Hebron. They got some size coming off the bench as well as Coots and Reed Schneider, but Riley Schneider, the 6'3 senior, averaging near a double-double for, I'll say, second-year head coach of Glen Ullin-Hebron, the Bearcats, but a longtime head coach, Bruce Schatz. All right, thanks again to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for bringing you our pregame today, and we are set for basketball from Glen Ullin. Wilton-Wing in the road blacks today. Glen Ullin-Hebron in the home whites. The Zebras are ready. Scoreboard's ready. The score feed is ready. And the tip is controlled by Riley Schneider. Peltz has it, and we are underway. I love the vantage point from up here, Cole.
A little blind spot in the right corner, but we'll deal with it.
Schneider, that's Ryan, looks backside. Vogley, stop, shoot, score!
A nice basket cut, got him overplaying again and just using that backcourt. And that's what Wilton's going to do, is they're going to make you go backdoor on him.
And Glen Ullin-Hebron on top, 2-zip. Wilton-Wing's going to go to the weave. Ersley has it on the left wing. Bearcats come out man-to-man and a quick return to sender.
Well, and I think Jackson Roll's known for his shooting, but his defensive here tonight on Wolf is going to be instrumental here to keep him in check.
Well, we had a chance to come over here last year, Cole, when Glen Ullin-Hebron took care of then number 1 Bowman County. Let's see if they can do it again. There's a block shot, another return to center. Berquist gets that one fly swatted away from Riley Schneider. Fetzer back attacking. Wolf puts it on the deck, pull-up shot off the tin.
He's looking for a foul there, just good defense there. Keep moving the ball.
Jackson Roll in transition, bang!
He's coming out hot. We had him down in Linton, and he can shoot the basketball.
Ersley got deep, gets it off to Berquist. Oh, and he got tangled up, but they say there's going to be a grab foul. Somebody at the top of that got the long-armed Berquist on the wrist.
And how much has Berquist grown since last year?
Well, they listed him at 6'2", and then they said maybe 6'3", but now he's officially 6'5".
Yeah, he looks long.
And with friendly shooter's touch on the first one there for Berquist. Wilton-Wing has their first point of the afternoon. Will sets the second from the serve pro stripe. Nope, wave it off. We're going the other way.
Braden Wallace stepped in a little early there, anticipated. Berquist kind of got that little jerk in his free throw there and tried to anticipate. I used to always go, why are you getting in early? I'm going to make the free throw. You're assuming I'm going to miss. Is that why you're trying to get in there so early?
Will's a 63% free throw shooter, so that's probably what he's saying. Handoff to Peltz. Gets downhill and a reach in there. Looked like that might be on Hunter Wolf. Yep.
You don't want him getting early fouls here in the first quarter. Obviously, you need him for a score and averaging 21 a game. Keep him there. Give up those mid-range jump shots. Don't get those easy fouls.
And Malachi Peltz came off the bench last year for the Bearcats, Ben, but he has been productive in the starting lineup this year for head coach Schatz, averaging double figures. Kind of a slashing type. Peltz knocks them both down from your Serve Pro charity stripe. 24/7 emergency service trained technicians. It's Serve Pro. And on your BNC Bank scoreboard, it's 7-1. Bearcats on top. Hunter Wolf misses a 3. Now you get a developing 2-on-1. Roll goes to Schneider. Layup. Good.
That was just good transition offense there. Being unselfish early, giving it back opportunity, and just finished.
9-1 Bearcats. Now you get a bump on the way in.
Jackson Vogley.
Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. What this little 2-on-1 here developing is you get the missed shot, quick transition, Jackson roll, nice little dime here to Ryan Schneider, and the finish. On the inbounds, Braden Wallace has his first touch, got to the top of the free throw line. Wolf tries a baseline drive. Oh, leaves it nicely for Bergquist. Oh, a little too strong.
Yeah, they're getting good looks just right now. The cold weather from outside is kind of relating into the gym here for Wilton-Wing. They're just not able to finish.
Inside out, Vogley, extra pass. Schneider launches from downtown, rattles off. Riley Schneider, erased from behind by Bergquist.
That's great recovery by Bergquist. Kind of got out of position there, but recovered very well.
Ersley off the 10. Wilton-Wing is shooting it about as cold as it is outside right now. And that's cold. But it's early. Just a couple, 2.5 minutes into the game. And now you get a reach-in foul. Is that 2 on Hunter Wolf?
Yeah,
yes.
Too far outside the paint where he wasn't going anywhere looking to score. Can't afford to get him 2 early in the first quarter.
And we're going to get a Ryan Family Dealership replay a second ago, but it's the First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. 9-1, Glen Ullin-Hebron, a quick start for the Bearcats on their home floor. 5:19 to play in our first quarter.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
A little attitude adjustments. Timeout there for Scott Wolf. And Jackson Roll out of our timeout. Shuffles the puppies.
Well, and Will Bergquist rotated over on that help side. Kind of anticipated his penetration. Kind of scared Jackson Roll a little bit. Got him an early terrible. But, yeah, you're right. That last timeout, Coach Wolf was giving some encouragement. A little bit of a tone to it, as my dad would say.
Words of encouragement. Hunter Wolf out there with those 2 personals early, and he gets a friendly roll. 15-footer from the right wing is down.
Yeah, you got to leave him in the game, and hopefully he's smart enough to know. But if I'm Jackson Roll, I'm going to be on attack mode. He's got 2 fouls here in the first quarter. Why not keep going?
Oh, there's a pick. Tegan Ersley. Oh, and then it's poked away from behind by Riley Schneider. It's going to be Wilton-Wing basketball. BNC brings you our bank or our scoreboard today. BNC Bank, your life's busy. They make managing money easy. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Rise and fire. Braden Wallace hits.
Now, after that timeout, they scored 2 straight buckets in a row, and Braden Wallace, again, just using his athleticism. He called him a slasher earlier. I'm Coach Schatz. I'm going to try to find a way to pick a third up here on Hunter Wolf because he's not going to guard anybody.
Deep 3 there for Jackson Roll. That's off. 1 and done for the Bearcats. Dante Fetzer back for the Miners. Earsley has it between the rings. Little cross screen. Fetzer thought about a 3. Vogley closes. Extra pass. Wallace from downtown off the back tab. Rebound, Vogley.
Yeah, just good half-court defense there by the Bearcats. They're really just kind of keeping in front of them, not giving up the penetration. You can see they're kind of looking to put it on hit the gaps and look for penetration kicks.
And now you get a post touch there for Peltz. Turn, burn, shoot, score!
Just good patience again. Malachi Peltz just able to kind of get that flash, use his length.
Fetzer leaves it for Bergquist. Oh, almost had a chance for an and one.
Bergquist has definitely matured this year compared to last year. I love his ability to run the floor. Just catching that in traffic is the first difficult part, and then coming down with it without traveling, and then picked up the foul and getting the free throw line.
And he'll step to the Serve Pro free throw line. Will Bergquist bangs down his second made free throw here in the first quarter.
Riley Schneider's got 2.
Yes. Hey, our player profiles today, both in foul trouble.
Got the PSP jinx. We talked about that the other night up in Washburn.
Bergquist gets 1 of 2. Downtown look, too strong for Vogel. And a rebound pulled out of there by Wilton-Wing. Turns into a transition 3 for Hunter Wolf. Good block out there by Peltz.
All 5. Glen Ullin-Hebron had something on a body, kind of keeping them off the boards, not giving up second chances.
Post up for Ryan Schneider. In amongst the trees. Oh, that's blocked away by Bergquist and cleared by Wilton-Wing.
And they saw a mismatch there, and Bergquist obviously has been coached well by Coach Wolf to be able to rotate, help.
Oh, how about that spin? Cycle move for Ersley.
Yeah, Teager Ersley, as you mentioned, kind of the distributor last year. This year looked a little more aggressive on the offensive end.
Braddock Coots with a post up right off the bench. The microwave knocks down a couple.
And Riley Schneider has got 2 fouls, so he's coming off the bench, the 6'6 senior, averaging 5 a game.
Ersley, oh, in and out. Heartbreak Hotel from the right elbow. 13-8, Glen Ullin-Hebron on top. Vogel in attack mode. Kick out, setting the feet. Jackson roll, no wide rights. Wallace couldn't get a rebound. Coots has it. Schneider point blank, rolls in.
Just good heads-up play by Coots to be able to find the open guy in the middle of the paint, right place, right time.
Ryan Schneider, the beneficiary. Hunter Wolf drew some contacts, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot a couple.
I think that's 2 on Jackson Vogel, too. So we got 2 starters with 2 fouls here for Glen Ullin. Jackson Vogel with 2, Riley Schneider with 2. Coach Schott's got to decide, who do I play, who do I keep?
And you get the senior, Hunter Wolf. Wide left from the charity stripe.
Hunter Wolf shooting 76% from the field and just really hasn't found his way here tonight. He's got only 2 points here in the game, so in the first quarter.
Well, there you get Dalton Schneider into the game for Glen Ullin-Hebron. ACL injury. He's got it braced up. He's back. He's played a couple, 2-3 games now for Glen Ullin-Hebron. And had a substitution right below our vantage point here. Wolf gets 1 of 2 and makes it 15-8 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Glen Ullin-Hebron on top by 7. We can tell you today's game brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. No pizza like it. They've been serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Dalton Schneider to Reed Schneider, who's also on. Jackson roll high left side. Bearcats by 6. Oh, crossover, jump stop, and roll too tall for Reed Schneider.
Yeah, Jackson roll, good move. He kind of got caught in between bounces there and had really got caught up in the air. And what do they say? Don't jump to pass is what I've always been told, but unfortunately wasn't quite, the timing wasn't there.
1:47 to play first quarter. I can tell you today's game brought to you in part by Dakota Square Arco. I have so many people made them their favorite convenience store. Quality fuel, convenience items, awesome touchless car wash. You get a little hand check there, whistled on. Glen Ullin-Hebron. The Dakota Square Arco store, west side of the Dakota Square Mall, 1520 24th Avenue Southwest in Minot. And that's 5 team fouls now as the whistle went against Malachi Peltz on the Bearcats. So Tegan Ersley to the line to shoot a couple. And the first one rattles in. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 4 steals, 7 assists a game for Tegan Ersley. And he's also a pretty doggone good team roper and tie-down roper as well.
Really?
Well, yeah, he's a rodeo kid. Qualified for the National High School Finals Rodeo, as a matter of fact.
Wow, good for him.
Coach Wolf says it takes him a couple games to get the rodeo legs off, get into basketball condition. Count it! Welcome back to the party, Dalton Schneider.
Yeah, he went off that weak leg, too. Kind of just had to power up off it, took the body contact and finished for the and one. Nice to see the opportunity here for Dalton Schneider with that injury to be able to come out here and provide for Glen Ullin-Hebron.
Can't finish the old-fashioned three-point play from the serve pro stripe. Glen Ullin-Hebron back up by 6. Down to a minute and change left in our first quarter. Ursley has it. Fetzer, they sag off him. He's more of a slashing type. Ursley gets a screen from Jonah Miller, who's on right down Broadway. Nice play for Ursley.
Wow, with foul trouble with Hunter Wolf, we got to find someone out here to kind of contribute here, and Tegan Ursley's got 6 in the game here so far.
17-14, good pace here in the first quarter. Malachi Peltz, Schneider step in, 18-footer off the tab. Rebound Ursley.
Yeah, we've been saying his name a lot. Nice box out there on Coots, giving up about 6 inches.
Wallace might have had his shot partially blocked, but somebody got a piece of him.
I'm waiting for you to say William Wallace.
I am William Wallace. And you're going to get Braden Wallace at the serve pro stripe, and he knocks down the first one.
Braden Wallace, 86% free throw shooter on the season. Averaging 14 a game, got his 3rd point here tonight, looking for his 4th.
And he twists that one in as well. 2 for 2 from the stripe for Wallace. Makes it a 2-point game. Glen Ullin-Hebron on top by a couple.
Well, I think Coach Wolf's got to be pretty happy with that start of the game where they got the down quite a bit. Now got within 2.
Yeah, quick start for Glen Ullin-Hebron. Wilton-Wing was down 9-1 at one point in time when Coach Wolf burnt that timeout. Get a reach-in foul there on Dante Fetzer and a takeaway. Bergquist slams on the brakes, back to Fetzer. Shot fake, eyebrow, trying to leave it for Jonah Miller, and it's ratcheted out of bounds by Glen Ullin-Hebron. And Hunter Wolf's going to come on in. Today's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Today's game also brought to you in part by WRT. High-speed action co-op cash from WRT, your local broadband internet provider. Coach Wolf yells out 1-4 low. And Wallace goes one-on-one from the top. Spins, fades, hits.
Good call there to kind of get Braden Wallace his 6th point in the game.
And our first quarter of play ends in a deadlock. How about this little Ryan Family Dealership replay? Clear out the top to end the quarter. Let your talented guy, Braden Wallace, knock that one down on the fade. And at the end of one, we are tied 17 apiece on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Braden Wallace cans a buzzer beater, and we're tied at 17. Wilton-Wing looking for their first lead of the game. They have possession starting the second quarter. Fetzer in the corner. Wolf locks and loads. That's short. Couldn't hit it from downtown. Riley Schneider back on there with those 2 personals. Has a defensive carom. Jackson roll cut off. Schneider to Schneider on the screen and roll. Almost taken away. Oh, the Hounds were buzzing. And there goes Hunter Wolf for 2.
That's a slow start for Hunter Wolf and his sake. He's got 5 in the basketball game here tonight. Got early foul trouble. Got to be aggressive but be smart at the same time.
Riley Schneider almost turned it away. Now the turnovers are happening here for the Bearcats. Wolf, Ursley, layup, good.
And that's what you see them at their best. That's a good timeout.
And head coach Bruce Schatz wants a First International Bank and Trust Timeout. A 30-second break. How about this line to steal here on your Ryan Family Dealership replay? Boy, you get these guys in transition. Nice little dime there from Wolf to Ersley. You do not want this if you're the Bearcats.
Well, and that's why he called such a quick timeout there and slow him down, understand, take care of the basketball. And you can't have those turnovers at the top of the key like that, that's where Wilton-Wing excels, and you can see that right there in that 3-on-1 fast break.
Fans, today's game brought to you in part by Envision Cooperative. Locations in Rugby, Towner, Mulhall, Sherwood, Wolford. From agronomy, equipment, energy, farm, home, gas, and snacks, visit a store near you. Envision Cooperative. See stores, and you can do it together with them at Envision Cooperative. 4 straight, make it 6 straight for Wilton-Wing. They lead by 4. 21-17, your BNC Bank scoreboard. Peltz gets a screen there from Coots. Now to Ryan Schneider. Reed Schneider, post up, turn and burn. Coots misses it. Ryan Schneider with a second chance. Pass fake shot for Ryan Schneider. Ring it up.
Well, he's like, you're not going to guard me. He kind of got that offensive rebound, dribbled it out, looked to pass, nothing there. Why not?
Ryan Schneider's got 7, and it's a 1-point lead for the Miners.
Glen Ullin-Hebron's in a zone here now, kind of mixing it up a little bit, trying to stop that penetration.
Hunter Wolf from the right wing. He jabs once, he fires, and he buries it from downtown.
And I think that's what everybody's kind of looking forward to, is that perimeter shooting that Hunter Wolf's able to bring. His first 3 here tonight. Had 3 in the first quarter, got 5 in the second. 8 for total tonight.
Yeah, he had the freshman Reed Schneider on him momentarily, and he sagged off him ever so slightly. And you can't do that on a guy like Hunter Wolf. Ryan Schneider to the free throw line area. Jackson roll between his legs. Peltz from downtown. No, way too strong. Reed Schneider rebounds. Second chance Bearcats. Post up Coots. Turn. Too strong.
Yeah, and Coots had a mismatch there, giving up about 6 inches. Just kind of take one more power dribble, get your legs under you, kind of do that mini hook shot.
Wallace to the Euro step. No good. Will Berquist digs out a rebound. Ersley from deep. Yes, sir!
He's got a nice game this year, just averaging 10 a game. Already has 10 here in the first half. Kind of doing a little bit of everything here for Wilton-Wing, as they had foul trouble in the first quarter, keeping them alive, keeping the ball steals, rebounds, scoring.
Nice little 10-3 run to start our second quarter for number 1 Wilton-Wing. Reed Schneider, drop step, sweet delivery.
And I liked his patience that he had on there. It's kind of banged into Coots a little bit and gave him the opportunity to spin back.
Yeah, that didn't look like a freshman move right there for Reed Schneider. Glen Ullin-Hebron still in that little zone defense. Ersley thought about a 3, shovels it to Wallace, triple teamed. Kick out wide open, Hunter Wolf from downtown, book it!
Yeah, and as you know, he hits 1-3, he gets that confidence rolling. You got that extra pass in there. It's just unselfishness by Wilton-Wing, get a wide open 3. He's got his feet set, you know it's going in.
Ryan Schneider scoop to the hoop on the reverse, no good. Reed Schneider rebound, got it on the putback.
Reed Schneider checks in the game, got a quick 4 points here in the second quarter, averaging 8.
Well, I know one thing. If you're going to play a zone, you better know where Hunter Wolf is at.
Well, they're mixing it up each time. They come down man, they've gone zone.
Fetzer got a little speed advantage. Hunter Wolf. Oh, good defense there by Jackson Roll. And Hunter Wolf had nowhere to go.
It was either take the turnover yourself or throw it away. Didn't want to give up a transition bucket, so we got timeout by Glen Ullin-Hebron.
And you get a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Locations in Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. You can find First International Bank and Trust online at FIBT.com. Wilton-Wing by half dozen in a fast-paced first half.
Had your back, or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
A little run and jump trapping defense here for Wilton-Wing. Broken nicely there by the Bearcats, and it turns into a 3-ball for Dalton Schneider.
Well, I just kind of tried to speed him up a little bit there, and Glen Ullin-Hebron did a nice job of breaking that press, getting it up and getting a quick 3.
They sag off Dante Fetzer, and he makes them pay from deep.
And that's Fetzer's first points here tonight, averaging almost 11 a game, first 3 here tonight.
Back to a 6-point lead, almost a steal for Hunter Wolf. It is a steal. Wolf around the defense. Oh, drops a dime for Fetzer, who lays it in.
Wow, you're just starting to see the quickness of Wilton-Wing here on their defensive pressure, not fouling, get them up, sped up a little bit here, turning them over, getting easy buckets on the other end.
Riley Schneider, Peltz. That was blocked by Bergquist. Now you got a mini high school hideout. Bergquist lays it in.
Just good, unselfish play.
The pace is in favor right now of the Wilton-Wing Miners. You get a timeout on the floor. How about this fast-paced turnover here? Or actually, it was a turnover and then a little leak out off a mini block shot there for Bergquist. There's your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Visit one of their 5 locations at Ryan Family Dealerships in Minot or Wilson, or find them online at driveryan.com. 10-point lead quickly for Wilton-Wing. 37-27 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. We can tell you that today's game brought to you in part by Swenson RV and Marine, your official Tracker Marine dealer with a full line of Tracker and Nitro fishing boats, along with Sun Tracker and Regency pontoons. Full line of Tracker off-road, Yeti ice houses, and mini campers at their locations in Minot and Bismarck. Shop online at swensonrv.com. Yeah, Coach Schatz, quick to the timeouts today. He doesn't want this thing to get out of hand, and it's probably a good thing, as right now Wilton-Wing, number 1, Wilton-Wing leading by 10. Little give and go. Jackson roll. Vogley from deep. No, air banked it.
What you're starting to see is this nice defensive rotation by Wilton-Wing on the defensive end as they get out of position. They're always rotating, communicating, switching when they need to.
Fetzer. Coach Wolf says, hey, we got to move. We're standing around a little bit. Little ISO ball. Ersley pulls up off the back 10.
Yeah, they're kind of backing off, trying to not give that penetration up. Got a little too easy buckets to them.
Glen Ullin-Hebron into the front court. Jackson roll. Gets deep, shovels it up, no good. Rebound, Bergquist.
Well, I can see how Bergquist has matured. That rebound there, he kind of got a little physical with him, got good position there, came down with it.
Handoff. Fetzer back to Hunter Wolf. Now Ersley. With 2 minutes to play in our first half, Wilton-Wing on top by 10. Wallace down the right side of the lane, inside out, Ersley. Straight away, Fetzer. Sets the puppies, launches it from downtown, no good.
Well, I like that little weave that they were doing there to kind of run a clock, catch your breath a little bit.
Peltz around the defense with a slippery Euro.
Malachi got 6 in the game here tonight, first points here in the second quarter.
Oh, and that's Glen Ullin-Hebron's been successful when they've gotten stops and played a little transition ball. Hunter Wolf wants it again. Nope, that one's wide right. Peltz with a quick run out, tic-tac-toe, and a shot put up there, no good. Little bounce pass, and Malachi Peltz got mugged.
That was kind of a weird 3-on-2 transition there. I think Jackson Roll probably should have took one extra dribble there to get his feet underneath him, but unfortunately got off balance, and they're going to the free throw line, but you'd like to see a little more cleaner, fast break on that end.
1:19 to play, first half, 37-29, BNC Bank scoreboard. Malachi Peltz. 6 points in the in the game, and he misfires from the Serve Pro charity stripe, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians. It's Serve Pro.
We talked about in the pregame, I mean, we were kind of thinking Hebron Glen Ullin might slow down a little bit, not necessarily try to run with them, but so far over the second quarter, they've kind of chose to run a little bit.
And Peltz gets a friendly roll on the second one. And it's down to an 8-point game. Check that, a 7-point game, 37-30. Ersley tries the shake and bake. Fetzer leaves it for Ersley. Jab right, go left. Floating shot. Oh, sweet floater for Ersley.
Just kind of cleared out, got a little jab step there, got him leaning a little bit, used that one Euro step, jump fade, just soft touch.
And Dalton Schneider lost the handle, then he stole it back. Shoots it up, too strong, battling, and they're going the other way.
Wow, and Dalton Schneider just frustrated, missed that easy bunny, and then tried to get an offensive rebound there and kind of got a push off. But I love his courageous effort here tonight, obviously battling the injuries and just kind of trying to give the heart and soul back to the Bearcats, keep them in the game.
47 seconds to play first half. Ersley's had a big first half brewing, but he had his shot blocked there by Reed Schneider. Glen Ullin-Hebron in transition. Jackson roll downhill. Dalton Schneider, right side pull up. Nope, too strong. And Wilton-Wing, the shot clock is off. They can play for the final shots of the half. Prestwich Orthodontics brings you today's game. You can find them online at monotbraces.com. Hudson Wolf, no, misses it for 3. Just checked into the game. Jackson roll off to Ryan Schneider, and it's tipped out of bounds with 2.5 seconds to play.
I know Hudson Wolf, the 5'7" sophomore, I'm sure his dad's not really happy with giving him the opportunity to get the ball back with 11 seconds. He was open, I understand, but let that clock run a little bit before he let it fly from 3.
Peltz from downtown. They skipped it to him, and the BNC Bank is open to
says, why not?
Our first half. How about that? That's worthy of a Ryan Family Dealership replay.
Watch his hands when he hits it.
Give it to Michael Jordan. There it is. Catch, shoot. Whoa. Knocks it down with the kiss. All right, fans, our Magic Towing halftime report comes up next. You blow it, they'll tow it. Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Wilton-Wing 39, Glen Ullin-Hebron 33. Halftime activities are next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Todd Domrey's Cole Higlin back at Glen Ullin. Oh, that's not the right score. I apologize for that. We'll get that squared away as it is on your BNC Bank scoreboard here at the break. Wilton-Wing 39, Glen Ullin-Hebron 33. It's our Magic Towing intermission report and halftime report as well. Call Magic Towing when you need to tow. No job too big or too small. 701-509-4011. Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. All right, Cole, I'll fix that score, and why don't you run through those halftime numbers brought to you by our friends at Magic Towing.
Well, for Glen Ullin-Hebron, kind of a slow start to the second quarter, but lit it up in the first quarter. As we talked earlier, had a nice 9-1 lead to start the game. For Dalton Schneider, who's been injured, as we talked about, ACL's got 5 in the game here tonight. Malachi Peltz leading everybody with 10. Ryan Schneider with 7. Jackson Roll with 3. Jackson Vogley with 2, and then Reed Schneider with 4, and then Riley Schneider's got 2 fouls. Hasn't been really much of a threat here on the offensive end. And Braddock Coots finishes with 2 for a total of 33. For Wilton-Wing Miners, as we mentioned, had a really slow start in that first quarter. Coach Wolf called that timeout, kind of gave them a little bit of words of encouragement with a little bit of a deep tone to it, and then they got on fire. Hunter Wolf has 11, Braden Wallace 6, Dante Fetzer 5, Will Berquist 4. And the guy that's kind of stepped up here tonight when there was early foul trouble at Hunter Wolf, Tegan Ursley with 12 for a total of 39 for Wilton-Wing Miners to 33 Glen Ullin-Hebron Bearcats.
Magic Towing brings you our halftime report. You blow it, they'll tow it. Put this number in your phone right now, 701-509-4011. Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. If you mention the PSP network, we'll give you $50 off your next tow. Third quarter comes up next. Halftime score, it is Wilton-Wing 39, Glen Ullin-Hebron 33.
Take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
See? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice.
Danny. Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
Oh, we showed you Main Street, Glen, and here's the other half of the co-op, the Brick City. Hebron, North Dakota, founded back in 1885, population 784, and you don't know Hebron unless you know the Hebron Brick Company. With these nearby ancient veins of good quality clay, they've been making bricks here for over 100 years, serving North Dakota and across the country from Hebron Brick Company. The only surviving brick factory in the state of North Dakota and the oldest manufacturing company of any kind in our great states. Folks at Hebron Brick Company got a lot to be proud of. And if you know Hebron, you know they used to be called the Brick Makers when they had their own school. So Hebron, the Brick City. All right, fans, we're just about set for second half basketball as Wilton-Wing leads by 6. Thanks again to Magic Towing for bringing you our intermission report. You blow it, they'll tow it. And we are underway in our third quarter. Jackson Roll, Ryan Schneider, Malachi Peltz, Riley Schneider, and Jackson Vogley on the court for Glen Ullin-Hebron, who's down by 6, but they have possession. They need to get Riley Schneider going. How about that?
And we just right on cue, averaging almost 12 a game here tonight. His first points in the ballgame been kind of plagued by early foul trouble. Now he's leading the top of the press.
Jackson Vogley diving and forces a First International Bank and Trust timeout called for and asked for by Scott Wolf of Wilton-Wing. It's going to be a full timeout, it looks like. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that latest rack attack here by Riley Schneider. The shot fake drive score there for him, and he makes it a 4-point game with Wilton-Wing still on top. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
People living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Hi, fans. Today's game brought to you in part by WRT. High-speed action, co-op cash from WRT, your local broadband internet service provider. Today's game also brought to you in part by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Out of the Coach Wolf timeout. They're probably going to get a 10-second violation there, so they had to burn one. Wilton-Wing gets a pull-up from Ersley, and he starts the second half just like he ended the first half.
Wow, he's just got that nice mid-range game. He kind of fills the role of what Koski had last year for him, and he's just got that mid-range, good balance, always under control.
Double-figure ball game for him as Riley Schneider couldn't connect from deep. Wilton-Wing by 6. Fetzer head and shoulder fake, tipped away. Nice hands there by the Bearcats. And then Peltz had it, poke checked away from him.
Well, I'm sure at halftime, Coach Schatz had to talk about get a little more aggressive on the offensive end here.
And Ryan Family Dealership brings you our replay today. Commitment and respect to their customers is strong today as it was 50 years ago. Find them online at driveryan.com or visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Riley Schneider operating on the block, inside out. Jackson Roll, step side 3, yes!
And that was just better movement on on the offensive end there where they had the opportunity to kind of get that ball rotated. That's a 6 point here in the game. 2 threes here tonight for Jackson Roll.
Down to a 3-point game. Ersley, a little rocker step, in and out, Heartbreak Hotel. Vogley picks up the bounce, has to catapult it up ahead to Peltz. Now the Bearcats got numbers. Ryan Schneider for the tie. No. Rebound to the long arms of the law, Will Berquist. Sideline fast break, and Hunter Wolf shuffles the puppies.
Yeah, his eyes kind of lit up as he saw the paint was wide open for him for a chance to get to the rim.
Hey fans, today's game brought to you in part by Dakota Square Arco. Why do so many people make it their favorite convenience store? Awesome touchless car wash, best customer service, fuel, convenience items. They're located on the west side of the Dakota Square Mall in Minot. Schneider probes a baseline drive. Ryan Schneider from the top. Riley Schneider had it a moment ago. Handoff to Roll. Little give back to Ryan Schneider. Right side jumper. Flashlight. No good.
Good box out by Dante Fetzer there.
Fetzer, the all-state football player, gets it up ahead to Wallace with the rack attack. No. Couldn't finish it. Glen Ullin-Hebron. Malachi Peltz wide open left side. 3-ball. Bring it up.
Well, and you can hear Coach Schatz push it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get up the court before they get set in their half-court defense and take that opportunity when it presents itself.
Tied at 41. Nice little answer here to start the third by the home team. Glen Ullin-Hebron has tied it up. Ersley from the deep left side. No. Rebound out of bounds off of Berquist.
Yeah, it was just a good offensive set there. Got Tegan Ersley had his feet set there. Got a good look at the three. Berquist crashing the rebound. Needs to go up with 2 hands to get that rebound. He kind of just went up with one. Go pull that down with 2 hands. Be strong with it.
I think the Bearcats were trying to hit the home run there, but Wilton-Wing was back. But Glen Ullin-Hebron is back in the contest. They've erased a 10-point lead for Wilton-Wing. Ryan Schneider with an itchy trigger. Peltz will launch straight on. 17-footer. He's heating up.
He's got 15 in the game. Averaging about 11 a game here tonight. And just kind of feeling it here in this third quarter.
Now, how about the start for Glen Ullin-Hebron here?
Well, when you look at the stat sheet, your Malachi averaging 11's already got 15 in the game, and you got Jackson Roll averaging almost 17's only got 6.
Little 10-2 run to start the third quarter. Hunter Wolf, oh, it spun out.
That was good defense by Riley Schneider, staying vertical there.
And Riley Schneider got to check that. Ryan Schneider got it ahead, and there's a travel at midcourt.
Yeah, and unfortunately it's a turnover on Ryan Schneider, but unfortunately the gentleman who threw the pass kind of hung him out there and kind of put him in a bad spot.
Glen Ullin-Hebron now extending. Hunter Wolf, open corner, 3-ball, yes!
And again, he's got his third 3 here tonight, 14 in the ball game so far. Had a slow first quarter with foul trouble.
Every time Glen Ullin-Hebron's gone to that zone defense, Hunter Wolf has made him pay. There's making it pay. Riley Schneider from downtown.
Riley Schneider averaging 12 a game, had no points in that first half, has 5 already here in the third quarter. I think Coach Schatz had a little come to Jesus conversation about being more aggressive on the offensive end. We need you, big guy.
They got a big Jesus statue on the plains here near Glen Ullin, so maybe it was a come to the rolling plains of Jesus statue conversation. 2-point lead for the Bearcats. Glen Ullin-Hebron with 5 to shoot. Ersley, kick out Wallace, got to force it up. Baseline pull up, no good. And a shot clock violation.
Yeah, that was good team defense there. They're communicating very well, switching screens. Forced him baseline, made a tough shot at that baseline. Behind that basket.
Hey fans, today's game brought to you in part by Swenson RV and Marine, your official Tracker Marine dealer with a full line of Tracker and Nitro fishing boats, along with Sun Tracker and Regency pontoons. Full line of Tracker off-road, Yeti ice houses, and campers in their locations in Minot and Bismarck. Shop online at swensonrv.com. Dalton Schneider back on. Gets a high screen, does Jackson Roll. Post up Riley Schneider. Inside out, extra pass. Vogley from downtown. Yes!
We're just starting to see great teamwork on the offensive end there where they got a post feed, kicked it out, made the extra rotation.
Tegan Ersley Hobart that time. Oh, he left it off for Jonah Miller, and he missed the bunny. Oh, but a takeaway by Ersley. Handoff. Wolf missed it, and a foul.
Tegan Ersley's made 2 great passes there. Just got to be ready for it and finish.
Let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay of this action. It was kind of like, what is going on underneath the basket here? Ursley gets a steal, shovels it to Wolf, who misses it. Oh, that's the very end of it. So there was actually one before that, as it's going to be a third personal foul on Riley Schneider, as Hunter Wolf, from the serve post stripe, buries it.
And that's sometimes those unwanted fouls there where they miss a bunny, and then, of course, he comes over to recover the play and then picks up his third foul, which, he had a great third quarter, had quick 5 points here. Now he's got to go back to the bench with his third.
Glen Ullin-Hebron had built it up to a 5-point lead. Wolf makes them both and cuts it to 3. 49-46 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Glen Ullin-Hebron with the lead and possession. Third quarter action with 2:30 left in it. Volga gets a screen there from Reed Schneider. Dalton Schneider, forced shot. Reed has it back, and then they're a reach-in foul, and is that 3 on Hunter Wolf? I think it is. Yep.
So two stars here tonight looking around like, what did I do? Well, you get your hands reaching out there. It's going to be unfortunate. It's going to be a foul every single time. Keep your hands back. Be square. Verticality is always the rule in officiating.
Forced pass on the inbounds by Vogley. Couldn't get it to Reed Schneider. Fetzer back, crossing over. Tried to pass it out in the corner of Urza, but that's tipped away. Fired cross-court pass. Vogley to the 10. Offensive foul.
Oh, just a good aggressive move there, but great defense there as Baden Wallace took the charge.
Yeah, Wallace stood in here. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Yeah, he's out of the arc. Good call by the Zebras because he was certainly set. The only thing that was questionable was he in or outside of the restricted arc.
So you got Jackson Vogel with 3, Riley Schneider with 3. 2 starters having to kind of step out of the game here for the moment.
Wilton-Wing down by 3. They go to the weave. Wallace dug out of there by Dalton Schneider. Schneider to the rack attack. And on the way in, he's fouled. Boy, this Dalton Schneider is trying to make up for lost time.
Well, the kind of willing his way in there. I kind of showed gentlemen I'm playing on 1.5 legs out there and just trying to power myself through there and try to will the team back into it, keep that lead going.
He's not playing afraid.
No, I figured my knees hurt. Why not keep playing on it, right?
Well, if anything, he's got a lot of energy. As he misfires the first one from the serve pro stripe. We got a little maintenance work going on and spilled a little water, I think, in front of us. And while we clean that up, we can tell you that today's game brought to you by Envision Cooperative. Locations in Rugby, Towner, Mulhall, Sherwood, and Wolford, here to help you with your farming and home needs. From agronomy equipment to energy farm and home to gas and snacks. Visit a store near you, Envision Cooperative. You can do it together with them at their C stores at Envision Cooperative. 49-46, Glen Ullin-Hebron on top over Wilton-Wing. And still got a second here while they're cleaning up some stuff there. We can tell you that today's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. In the Marketplace Foods Plaza, they're there for all your packing and shipping needs. This game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Try the Blue Buffalo or the plain cheese. 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza, serving the Magic City for over 25 years. They iced Dalton Schneider, but Glen Ullin-Hebron gets the basketball back. Second chance for the Bearcats. They get it down low to Reed. Schneider, and the big fellow puts it in.
Wow, I saw him in the JV game with some nice post moves, but he got this varsity level, get some time here. Really just a nice drop step using his length.
Ursley gets around the defense. Kick out Wolf from downtown. No, off the back rim. Ryan Schneider up to Dalton Schneider. Skips it to Peltz. He knocks down another one from deep.
Malachi Peltz is on fire tonight. His third 3 here tonight.
It's an 8-point lead for Glen Ullin-Hebron. Now you get a reach in there on Ryan Schneider. These Bearcats can do no wrong here in the third quarter.
I'm thinking, do they know they have a lead here right now with a minute to go, and they're kind of just keep running.
They were down 6 at halftime, folks. Ursley leans in. Good straight-up defense there by Jackson Roll, and then you're going to reach in. on Wilton-Wing.
I think that's third on Tegan Ersley. It's unfortunate he missed those bunnies, and then right away you try to get that quick steal back, and that's usually a foul 99% of the time.
That is indeed his third. Glen Ullin-Hebron gets it into Peltz. Schneider, bully ball, and he ran over Ersley, who had 3 personals, so Schneider might have got away with a travel when he first caught that.
I was going to say the same thing. It looked like he traveled first, but got that offensive foul there, and Teager Ersley just a heads-up play with 3 fouls holding his ground.
Ryan Schneider pulled on, Dalton Schneider pulled on his jersey and said, hey, I need a blow. 8-point lead for Wilton-Wing. Schneider almost with a takeaway. Now it's loose. A 1, 2, 3, 4 car pileup. Make it a 5 car pileup. And the arrow will favor Wilton-Wing.
Wilton-Wing's playing like they're down, but I kind of like the aggressiveness that they've had on the offensive end there. Just kind of keep pushing the tempo.
Dalton Schneider doesn't know any other way to play.
He's just a hard-nosed, aggressive.
Yep. 8-point lead for Glen Ullin-Hebron. Fetzer thought about it. Wallace will take it. Yes! From downtown.
You just got some kids tonight here that just are stepping up their offensive threats here tonight, just kind of filling in a role that normally they aren't taking.
Wallace with a takeaway. And now it's tipped away. It's going to be Wilton-Wing basketball. Yeah, Braden Wallace. A little quieter game today for him with 7 points, but he averages 14. And Wilton-Wing with 8 seconds to play in the third quarter is down by 5. This will be a big hoop at the end of the third quarter. Ersley, right on line from our vantage point. He misfired, and we will go to the fourth. Big third quarter there for Glen Ullin-Hebron. The Bearcats lead 54-49. Back with the fourth after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is...
Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Well, buckle up. This could be a wild and woolly ride here in the fourth quarter. Glen Ullin-Hebron has possession first, leading by 5. Ryan Schneider, had a pocket pick. Nice play there by Fetzer. Dante comes flying back into the front court. Kick out Hunter Wolf. Back to Fetzer. Steps in. Leaves it for Wolf. Thought about it. Too long.
He wasn't sure if he wanted to shoot it or not. He was trying to see who was open, kind of in no man's land. Had to put it up.
Glen Ullin-Hebron gets a stop. Now they get a 3-point shot for Ryan Schneider right between the eyes.
Ryan Schneider's got 10 in the game. 2 3-pointers here tonight. They are just shooting the ball really well here in the second half.
Glen Ullin-Hebron by 8. Wallace to answer. Hello.
Braden Wallace, as we mentioned, just kind of been hitting the big shots here. Got 12. His second 3 in the ball game too.
Wallace is keeping Wilton-Wing in striking distance right now. Vogley picks up the dribble. Comes up to Ryan Schneider. Bearcats lead is 5. Now Wilton-Wing extending pressure with 15 to shoot for the Bearcats. Roll from way down sound. He shot that one from near Hebron.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a shot that he wanted here, but he had a little bit of heat check, and they've been knocking down threes the last third quarter here, so keep it going.
Fetzer fakes a handoff to Ersley. Now they'll go screen and roll. He rejects the screen, gets deep, poked away. Good hands there by Vogley.
You know, the first half it seemed like Glen Ullin-Hebron was a little more apprehensive on the offensive end, and then second half they got more aggressive, and it seems like it's flipped here for Wilton-Wing. They're just not as aggressive as they have been, as they were in that first half.
Lob into Bergquist. Squares up. Kicks it back out to Wallace. A dozen seconds to shoot for Wilton-Wing. They clear out a side and let Ursley, they kind of come with a screen and roll. The roll, trying to get it to Bergquist, but what a play there by Riley Schneider.
Yeah, Riley Schneider's got 3 fouls, kind of sniffed that out, understood that pick and roll.
Riley Schneider with a bounce. Ryan Schneider, 3-ball, corner pocket.
Back-to-back three-pointers. Got 13 in the game, third three-pointer here, 2 in the fourth quarter.
Dante Fetzer with the lean in. Yes, count that one for the and one. Fetzer with a big hoop there for Wilton-Wing.
Yeah, we were on a dry spell here for Wilton-Wing. Got to the rim for a three-point play.
Dante Fetzer to the serve pro stripe for the and one. Too strong. Rebound Ryan Schneider. It's a 6-point lead, a half-dozen-point lead here for Glen Ullin-Hebron with under 6 to play in the contest. Good to have you tuned into the PSP Network today. Todd Domrey's alongside Cole Higlin. Got John Samuelson producing Run the Cameras for us today, bringing you the sights and the sounds from Glen Ullin. Bearcats down to 12 to shoot. Ryan Schneider almost lost the handle. And you're going to get a hold in our reach and foul as Hunter Wolf just picked up his 4th, and I can read lips. And he says, oh my gosh.
Well, it was one of those plays that kind of Ryan Schneider was really going nowhere and then just kind of fumbled the ball, and then he went down to go grab it, and then wrong place, right time, and picked up his 4th. We'll see how he can play here with 5:20 to go.
He's done a pretty good job. He got 2 almost immediately, so taking him most of the game to get his 3rd and 4th. Jackson Vogel got tangled up inside, lost the handle. Wilton-Wing down by 6. Back they come. Ursley from deep. Yes! Big shot for Wilton-Wing.
He had 12 at halftime, has 7 here in the second half for a total of 17 here in the game as Tegan Ursley just kind of bringing them back.
He's been good all contest long. Little drop down Peltz and a reach-in foul there on Fetzer. Ursley's 3 makes it a 3-point game, 60-57. Glen Ullin-Hebron on top.
Oh, and Malachi Peltz got 18, but he's doing it inside and outside and slashing and defensively. He's just had a nice ball game too. Him and Tegan Ursley are kind of neutralizing each other here tonight.
Ryan Schneider with the rack attack.
He's had a huge fourth quarter here. Got 8 in the fourth quarter, 15 in the ball game.
Yeah, he has come up large here in the 4th stanza. Fetzer got deep into the painted area. Tegan Ursley gets a screen and roll here from Bergquist. Little hedge, now a full-blown switch. Back to Hunter Wolf on the right wing, back to Ursley. Crossing over, shaking and baking, and then Vogel got into the feet of Dante Fetzer, and that's going to be 4 on Jackson Vogel.
Well, I'll be interested to see how they attack. Both Vogel's coming out with 4. Hunter Wolf stays in the ball game with 4. Tegan Ursley's got 3.
Hey fans, Press Switch Orthodontics brings you today's game. You can find them online at minotbraces.com. Today's game also brought to you in part by the UPS store in Minot, located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. They're there for all your packing and shipping needs. 5-point game. They go to the backside lob. Oh, executed perfectly, but Wallace couldn't finish it.
Oh, it's just a nice pass, nice catch, just spun out.
Dalton Schneider attacking, and then he went over the back.
Yeah, he's just playing a little over-aggressive, trying to force something in there that's really not there at the time, and you miss those buckets. Got to get back on defense. You got a 5-point lead. Don't want to get into the free throw line. That's something that you got to start thinking about here as early fouls are starting to get you that 5 where they're automatic 2 shots.
Dalton Schneider just picked up his 4th. He'll take a quick break. The lead is still 5 for Glen Ullin-Hebron. Number 1 Wilton-Wing down by 5 here with under 4 to play. Glen Ullin-Hebron coming off their first loss of the season has a 5-point advantage. Not anymore as Tegan Ursley books it.
Tegan Ursley's just got a nice mid-range game. He kind of rocks you to sleep a little bit, gets you off balance, and pulls up with a quick mid-range jump shot.
3-point game as Glen Ullin-Hebron's been stuck on 62 for a moment here. Post touch to Reed Schneider. Strong move. Oh, but it's spun out. Jonah Miller with the defense there for Wilton-Wing. And now the Miners can tie with a 3 or dig into it with a 2. They go to the weave. Ursley tried to get deep, turned it over. Now you get a developing 2-on-1. Here comes Jackson Roll leaning in. Scoop with the left hand, missed it. Rebound, battle. And I think that's going to go on Wilton-Wing.
Man, there's a lot of bodies going in there. I thought they were going to get, I wasn't sure right away. If Reed Schneider's going to come flying in with a foul.
Jonah Miller gets whistled for the personal.
Couldn't have done better for Glen Ullin-Hebron there, because I thought he was going to go the other way for a second.
Malachi Peltz from the left wing. Post up Schneider. Layup. Oh, no good.
That was a nice post move, just a little higher on the glass.
3-point game. Hudson Wolf. Check that. Hunter Wolf. Missed it. Rebound. Oh, about the tip. Reed Schneider with the hustle.
How about the 6'5" freshman getting a lot of minutes here, kind of getting the offensive opportunities, getting the good defensive rebounds.
2.5 minutes to play in the contest. 62-59 Glen Ullin-Hebron. Riley Schneider, Ryan Schneider tried to go to the step back. Now Reed Schneider, they pulled the chair out from him, and he shuffles the puppies.
And that's you see the freshman there just kind of was waiting for contact, wasn't there, as you said, pulled out the chair. He just needs to go quick. He's trying to find that contact before he makes his move, just catch and turn.
Oh, they're throwing body blows right now, folks.
How about number 1 and number 7? You're going to a freshman in the block to go for your bucket.
Ursley stuck on automatic, and it's a 1-point game.
Tegan Ursley is having a game here tonight, gentlemen.
Timeout on the floor, brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Here's the latest delivery. Ursley just gets behind that screen, knocks down another one, and we break. 62-61 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. The Bearcats hanging on to a 1-point lead.
See? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
People living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Glen Ullin-Hebron leads by 1. Peltz attacking, no good. Jonah Miller rebounds. Glen Ullin-Hebron's been stuck on 62 for a few minutes. Screen and roll with Ursley and Miller. Kick out Hunter Wolf. Yes! Big shot! And Wilton-Wing leads by 2.
Wow. What a nice set play there for a pick and roll as Ursley's come off many times, hit that mid-range jump shot. Someone had to rotate over to cut off the middle of the paint, made the extra pass. Huge three-pointer.
Wilton-Wing grabs the lead back by a couple. Jackson Vogley double-teamed. Way up top to Riley Schneider. Hand off to Jackson Roll, little pick and pop to Schneider. Tries a baseline drive, cut off. Looking, drops it down low, Ryan Schneider. Straightaway 3, nope. Vogley fires it down low. Schneider, catch, shoot, no.
They called the foul before on the ground, no bucket. Probably a good foul there by Jonah Miller there to kind of prevent a easy bucket.
Yeah, that was going to be a layup there for Riley Schneider. Instead, it's the 4th team foul here of the 4th quarter for Wilton-Wing. Vogley has to safety valve it in. Oh, what a play by Ryan Schneider. Oh, wide open. Peltz layup good.
Malachi Peltz, 20 tonight.
And we are tied. 64-64. In the pressure cooker from Glen Ullin. Ursley gets space, too strong. Ryan Schneider rebounds, and now the shot clock, game clock, almost identical. And you get a Ryan family dealership replay here. Here's the tying points for Glen Ullin-Hebron. How about this little setup? There goes Peltz. Oh, nice find for the deuce. And a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Boy, folks, keep it right here. 33 seconds to play. Knotted up at 64. Glen Ullin-Hebron can try to hold for the final shot here. We're back after this break on the PSP Network.
Had your back, or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need. Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
Well, what does head coach Bruce Schatz dial up?
Well, we just saw he's looking at trying to see from the crow's nest up here. He looked like he's going to do something going back door. Gets up to that elbow, weak side, go back door.
How long do you hold it? You can run it down. There's about a 1 second differential between the shot clock, game clock.
I'm not going until 8.
Roll for 3. No, too strong. Rebound, touched last by Jonah Miller.
That was just kind of a miscommunication on the defensive end there. Wilton-Wing kind of was out of sorts a little bit.
And we get another First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. 64 apiece. Want to see if this is a full timeout? Yes, it is. It is. Full timeout on the floor. We break for just 30 seconds. 64 apiece on your BNC Bank scoreboard. 24 seconds to play. Now, one advantage of us being in the crow's nest is we can look down in both these huddles and watch exactly what these coaches, Scott Wolf for Wilton-Wing and Bruce Schatz for Glen Ullin-Hebron, are drawn up.
Yeah, it's kind of, you can kind of see the seriousness kind of getting to the ground. They're talking about rebounding on the Wilton-Wing side and on the offensive side. Meet the pass. Don't let it come to you.
64 apiece. Glen Ullin-Hebron sends it into Riley Schneider. Goes screen and roll with Peltz. Handoff now to Ryan Schneider. Free throw line Peltz. Glen Ullin-Hebron just moving the basketball. Shot clock is off. Vogely on the right wing. Down to 10. Down to 9. Fetzer goes for the steal. Oh, he took it away. Dante Fetzer, coast to coast, slams on the break, shoots, scores! Can you believe it? I think they're going to put some time on the clock as Dante Fetzer, one official comes in and says it's over, but now they got a zebra convention. As I think we're going to come over here and put some time on the clock. We'll see. But let's get a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Watch this. The little takeaway right there by Dante Fetzer, and then the patience. Slam on the brakes, finish it to put his team up a couple. 66-64, Wilton-Wing leads. And I'm going to run the replay again just so I can yell down at the officials, tell them how much time is going to be left. As Dante Fetzer, if Glen Ullin-Hebron scored the timeout immediately, let's see. If they call the timeout immediately after Fetzer lays this in, there would be about 1.5 seconds remaining. And they're going to put 0.5 on the clock. They can't go to instant replay. Wilton-Wing has taken a lead. Glen Ullin-Hebron turned it over in the last moments. And there's still a zebra convention. They're coming over to talk to Coach Schatz again. Well, 0.5 anything higher than 0.3, you can catch and shoot it. Okay. Now you get a First International Bank and Trust timeout as Coach Schatz just asked for and received an FIBT timeout. First International Bank and Trust, find them online at FIBT.com. Locations in Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota. Founded in 1910. They've been doing it, serving in their independent community bank since then. Wilton-Wing off the Dante Fetzer takeaway and lay-in, leads by a couple. 0.5 seconds for Glen Ullin-Hebron to try to throw in a miracle here. Well, you got to get something going to the basket, preferably in the front court, so Vogley will toss it in. They're going to run some verticals, and he fires it down court, taken away by Fetzer, and that will do it. Number 1, Wilton-Wing, 66. Number 4, Glen Ullin-Hebron, 64. What a beauty for you this afternoon on the PSP Network. Welcome you to our planning team financial advisors, Schatz Crossroads postgame show, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. You can visit us online at planningteam.com. And Schatz Crossroads, your postgame headquarters, you can order online at schatzcrossroads.com. Cole Higgin has made his way down courtside. Going to get a word with head coach Scott Wolf. Maybe he looks like one Tegan Ersley. And let's send it down courtside. Take it away, Cole.
A little under the weather here tonight, but yeah, I think everybody on this stands here tonight got to see a game we were expecting here. 1 number 7. You guys started out probably a little slow, but you finished strong.
Yeah, we didn't come out the way I wanted to, but like I said, you're playing down here, and things weren't going our way to start the game, and then we had some good runs, and then we kind of fell off right away the second half, but the kids dug deep, and I credit Glen Ullin. I've watched them a lot, and they brought it tonight, and they hit a lot of shots, and they played a heck of a game, which we know going into every game, everybody's going to bring their best against us, which is going to make us better. I mean, this is the best game to play.
I was just going to say, how does a game like this kind of help you exceed? Because as you just mentioned, you're number 1 in the state. You got the target. Everybody wants to kind of see how they measure up against you tonight. But I thought the last 2 minutes of that fourth quarter that really showed who you are here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, we dug deep, and we took a lot of bad shots earlier in the game I didn't like, and kids got to realize that if you're not hitting shots, move the ball around. We kind of got away from our game, but then, like I said, we played well right at the end here to get the win, and like I said, these are the games you want to play. These are the games that make you better, because this is what it's going to be like when you play in the tournaments.
Well, I think the first half foul trouble kind of carried over into the second half a little bit. Hunter Wolf was able to play with those 4 fouls. You had the confidence in him. I know you had to keep him on the floor at all times. How does that foul trouble kind of help you kind of through the next part of the season?
Well, like I said, the fouls, it did hurt. Then you got to play way different, and the press. We didn't want when they're calling it that close. It's hard to press then, and then we didn't get to do that most of the game. And but like I said, I credit Glen Ullin. They played a heck of a basketball game, and like I said, at the end, we just got the win, and it was a fun game.
Hey, congratulations! Hope you feel better. Hey, good win. Tegan Ersley, come on over. Congratulations, young man. I love your game. You play with such a good tempo. You have a great mid-range. You defend. You rebound. There's a little bit of foul trouble where Hunter Wolf kind of wasn't really there in the first half having to do the scoring because of foul trouble. You kind of stepped in there. How does it feel to kind of take on a different role here tonight?
I guess it feels good. I'm just, I'm willing to do whatever our team needs to win. And, if I got to score a little more one night, that's fine. But if Hunter's ready, and he's still a little under the weather. He was sick a few games ago. And so, I'm just willing to step up.
So that last time out there before Dante Fetzer got that steal, I was kind of watching Coach trying not to get beat back doors, what the kind of comment he was saying here, make sure we get the rebound, secure it. But when he took off, what was that feeling like?
Relief, a lot of relief. I felt like I could have hit a shot before to, put us ahead, but Dante got his hands on the ball, and for him to seal it like that was sweet.
Well, and I think there was a play there with about 2 minutes to go. They did that pick and roll with you at the top of the key, and you kind of made that extra pass to Hunter Wolf, who put that 3 that got him to go up, too. I think that just talks about your unselfishness there. So, hey, congratulations. Good job. It's a tough win here tonight. Back to you, TD.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Coach Higlin and Coach Wolf and Tegan Ersley. Yeah, what a game for those guys. I love Tegan. Hey, what is it like when you saw Dante sneaking away there at the end? Relief. That's pretty good stuff right there. All right, fans, our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show rolls on. We'll put a bow on this one from Glen Ullin this afternoon. Final score on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Number 1, Wilton-Wing wins this one by a deuce, 66-64. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany? Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here. Hit all, 7, pressure, poise, yeah! It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot! Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An instant classic on the PSP Network, Wilton-Wing 66, Glen Ullin-Hebron 64. A final score on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Wilton-Wing led by 6 at halftime. Glen Ullin-Hebron came storming back, took a lead at the end of 3. And kind of a gut check, as Coach Wolf said right there, Cole. It was not going Wilton-Wing's way in that second half, man, but good teams find a way sometimes.
Well, like you said, everybody's got looking out for them. They got a target on their back. They know it. They got to show up every single night. They can't have that slow first start. Foul trouble was a big difference for them. They couldn't be as aggressive. You heard Coach Wolf talk about kind of changed how they played defensively, knowing that they couldn't foul. And, yeah, they just willed their way here in that fourth quarter, and it was just a great turnout for everybody.
Well, and, hey, maybe the slow start was you have to be on a bus today. This would be one of the few days that the seniors wouldn't be in the back. The seniors would be at the front of the bus today because that maybe be cold.
Yeah, they want the heat blowing on them. They put the freshmen and the 8th graders in the back of the bus. Remember how the ice would come through those glass windows? And, whoa, I don't miss those days. Your parents telling you pack an extra jacket and stocking cap in case the bus breaks down.
So we just hit the key to the game for Wilton-Wing. They got to put the starters at the front of the bus.
There you go.
On the way here next time. So, all right, fans, it's our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads get filled up in their delicious menu that includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. All right, first thing to do here in our postgame is let's run through the final numbers brought to you by Planning Team and Shots Crossroads as Wilton-Wing stays undefeated and they win by 2.
Glen Ullin-Hebron, Dalton Schneider, obviously we talked about it in the game, has a bum leg, has an ACL injury he's been playing through, and finished with 5 points here tonight. Malachi Peltz, averaging 11 a game, had 20 here tonight, really kind of kept Glen Ullin-Hebron in the game majority of the second half. Ryan Schneider had 15, Jackson Roll 6, Jackson Vogley 5, Reed Schneider 6, Riley Schneider was in foul trouble majority of the first half, finished with 5, all in the second half. And then you got Broderick Kutz with 2. For Wilton-Wing Miners, Hunter Wolf 19, Braden Wallace 11, Dante Fetzer with a huge winning bucket at the end with 7, Will Berquist with 4, and Tegan Ursley with 21, for a total of 66 for the Wilton Miners, 64 Glen Ullin-Hebron.
Yeah, you see a few Ryan Family Dealership replays running here. What a game. A lot of great things happening down the stretch. You had big hoops by Ryan Schneider in that fourth quarter. You had Ursley doing his thing with shots, and that 3 by Hunter Wolf was huge. And then none bigger than that play by Dante Fetzer in crunch time. There's your Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads post-game numbers and a few Ryan Family Dealership replays to boot. All right, fans, it's time now for our move of the game brought to you by Spas Etc. Spas Etc., home to that move of the game, and they're home to top-notch spa, hot tub, sauna, tanning beds, billiard tables, gazebos in the Bismarck, North Dakota store. Been doing it since 2001. Your Spas Etc. move of the game is got to be the game winner, right?
Oh, it has to be Dante Fetzer. Just a nice tip there to himself.
Switch the screen and maybe surprise Jackson Vogley a little bit. And, then the takeaway. Then the part that I really like about this is I thought he was just going to go up and shoot it, but he slams on the brakes and the patience to just then get under control and finish it. Maybe even a little contact there. Yeah, there's your move of the game. And Cole, you couldn't hear me because you'd already made your way down the sideline, but if they would have came to the instant replay booth review, we would have put 1.5 seconds on the clock because that's exactly how much was left. When
we were wondering.
It was the ball was through the hoop, and there was kind of a slight delay there, and then if you'd have called timeout, 1.5 would have been the number. But, yeah, great play there by Dante Fetzer to ice this one away for Wilton-Wing tonight. That's your move of the game, brought to you by Spas, etc. 22 years experience, spa, hot tub, sauna, tanning bed sales and installation services, building lasting relationship with their valued customers. That's Spas, etc. There was our calendar for this week. We didn't load one for next week, but be sure to follow us on the PSP Network on Instagram, Twitter, X, and also Facebook, and like and follow us and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. We got a full slate of action coming up this upcoming week as the slate is clear for this week with the conclusion of this contest here. All right, fans, last thing for us. It's our MVP of the contest tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips to keep you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. And, hey, with foul trouble looming and things going on, Tegan Ersley just stepped up tonight for Wilton-Wing.
And you said he has a rodeo background. He was an all-around athlete tonight. He did everything, defense, offense, assist, rebound, made the big shots. What I talked about in the postgame was his unselfishness, the ability to kind of give up that extra pass and just – when the right time's there, pull up with that mid-range as you see here right now and just knocks her down. And that's kind of a lost art is that mid-range pull-up.
Hey, I like it, Cole. I didn't know you were a rodeo fan. You're going to the all-around.
Oh, I grew up in the rodeo world, man. Eastern Montana, Glendive.
He's going for the all-around cowboy, Tegan Ersley, tonight as your MVP of the contest. Congratulations to him, the junior. Tegan Ersley, big hoop there in the fourth quarter, and good wall-to-wall effort for him. And he's your game MVP, again, brought to you by Sport Clips. All right, well, that was fun. You don't get nights like that every night in the afternoons on the PSP Network. Right down to the wire we went. Number one, Wilton-Wing wins this one by a couple. That'll put a wrap on our broadcast tonight. Thanks to our in-game sponsors, including BNC National Bank, bringing our scoreboard. Our pregame, as always, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Timeout sponsor is First International Bank and Trust. Your replays brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. ServPro brings you our free throw line tonight. Our halftime is brought to you by Magic Towing. Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads, bring you our post game along with our player of the game tonight, the junior Tegan Ersley, and your move of the game, the steal and seal of the game by Dante Fetzer. That's brought to you by Spas, etc. All right, great job by our team here in Glen Ullin today as John Samuelson producing, running the cameras for us. For my partner, Cole Higlin, Todd Domery is repeating your final score. Wilton-Wing, number one, wins this one over number 7, Glen Ullin-Hebron. Your final on your BNC Bank scoreboard, 66-64. That'll do it for us. Thanks for joining us, and stay warm out there, folks. Until next time, so long from Glen Ullin.
cutting room. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button